Hi Elvis, welcome back. Today I'm just going to be applying some makeup, playing with some new things. I got some palettes from Profusion that I wanted to play with today. This is their Sienna's palette. I also have their Sculpt and Glow palette that I wanted to use. I have a new foundation from Makiage, I believe. This is called the Woke Up Like This Flawless Base Foundation that they sent over for me to try, so I'm going to try that out as well. So I'm just going to get started because it looks like it's about to storm. So I'm just going to apply primer to my face. I'm using Mercier's Hydrating Primer, one of my faves. I have some breakouts coming in, especially like right there, so my skin isn't 100% because I'm about to start that time of month. I'm gonna apply the Woke Up Like This foundation with a damp beauty blender. It's like humongous. It's my first time trying this foundation out, so we'll see how it looks and how I feel about it. So the foundation that I got, I needed a yellow undertone. They originally matched me with more of a pink undertone, but I know I need yellow, so this is a lot lighter than my body, but I'm gonna make it work. Medium to full coverage foundation. Everybody's like raving about it, so I had to try it. My girl Viva Glam K used a few of their products from Makiage on her Instagram. So this definitely is a skin-like foundation. I can see my skin through it, which I like. I do like some coverage to even out the skin, so we'll see. This is more of my winter color because I'm coming down from a tan, so I have different parts of my body that are different colors. Here's more tan than here underneath my neck. So keep that in mind as you're watching this video. Alright, so this is pretty much what one pump looks like. It's not really covering up a ton of my imperfections, but it did even out my skin, so I'm happy with that. I'm satisfied. I can always go in with concealer for other areas, but I do like that it's skin-like, so you see my skin through it. I'm going to add another pump for my forehead and extra areas. We'll see how well this foundation layers. Color I got, by the way, is 140. Again, it's more of a yellow tone rather than pink. I applied to try this product. They matched me with, I think it was 170. And I was like, no, that's too pink. I already know it's going to look funny on my skin. So I'd rather it be too light and yellow because I can always deepen it than be pink and I can't fix it. So it definitely does layer really well. I do like that. Find that it's kind of coming off of the sponge as I go over the area. So I'm going to add a little less pressure and see if that works. Okay, so less pressure adds more product and doesn't remove it. So keep that in mind when you're using this foundation. And I know in a lot of my videos it doesn't look like I blend the foundation into my hairline, but I usually put a deeper foundation there anyway for bronzing, so I don't really focus on that, but I do like to push it as far as I can into the hairline so it doesn't stop and then I just have the bronzing shade. So it's having a hard time covering up that pimple, but I'll use concealer. No big deal. It does state that this is a matte, natural matte at that foundation. There are 50 shades in the line, so you might be able to find the right shade. Just make sure you know your undertone. Alright, that's all I'm going to do with foundation. It did a good job at evening out my skin, so I'm not complaining about that at all. Becca Cosmetics came out with a new concealer, so I'm going to be using Golden to kind of highlight and bring forth some of my features on my face. Golden is a super good match in my opinion for myself. I'm not a fan of the doe foot applicator. It doesn't really flex like I like, but that's okay. The consistency of the concealer is very similar to the Camouflage Concealer by Hard Candy. It's thick, so just be careful about that. So I'm just gonna blend that in. This is really good coverage. And I don't find that it creases on me at all, so. And it does set pretty fast, so just be very careful and don't leave it there because you'll have a hard time blending it out. For contouring, I'm going to use the concealer as well. I'm going to try Nutmeg and see if that's the right color, because I've tried another one and it was a little too dark. And since I have more of a round face, I like to apply contour here and here. Hopefully you can see what I'm talking about when I say that it takes a little bit for it to blend out. On me it does, but it might not be for you, but for me it does. So just work quick, because it like dries down pretty fast. Also, when you're blending contour or trying to sculpt your face, blend upwards, bring that shade up, not down. Could also probably use a brush. A brush would probably work a lot better with the concealer rather than a sponge, so try that too. Hopefully you can see that I'm kind of dragging the sponge to blend it because it's setting fast. Whew, my arm. So I'm going to use Laura Mercier's Translucent Loose Setting Powder, and then I have a new product from Laura Mercier. This is the Translucent Medium Deep Powder Glow, and this is actually really awesome. And what the directions say is they actually use it after concealer and foundation. So I'm scared to do that right now, but I think I'm going to do that because I kind of want to see what it looks like. They sent a specific brush for this product, but it's in the other room and Zadie's sleeping and I don't really want to go in there and wake her up. So I'm just going to use this brush by Laura Mercier. It's like a stippling brush that they use for the candle glow stuff. So I'm just going to assume that it's okay to use this. Wish me luck. And this basically is supposed to give you like a beautiful glow. The idea is not to use a heavy, dense brush, like a foundation brush. It's to use like a lightweight brush. The directions said that your powders and makeup would blend a lot easier with this stuff as a method, so we'll see. I do like the glow that it gives my skin, and since fall is approaching, I definitely still want to glow. So it gives a nice light glow. It's not chunky, it's not super highlighty, it's supposed to be very subtle for that lit from within glow. So I'm a fan of it. I like it so far. So I never used it that way, so we'll see how well everything else pans out. I am going to set the center of my face with the Translucent Loose Setting Powder. I can't use the medium to deep translucent powder because my face isn't as tan as it was during more of the summer months. I have to use the original one because otherwise my skin just looks too dark. I definitely will say my translucent powder is going on pretty. I am going to add, I haven't done this in a very long time, but Sculpt out. I want to look a little chiseled today, so we're just gonna add a little bit of powder. I'm not gonna let it sit, I'm just gonna blend it in. Next new thing, I'm going to use the JCat Beauty Blush Me Cheeky palette. It's a brand new blush palette that they sent. It's super pretty. I'm gonna use that same brush I used for the Powder Glow from Laura Mercier. I'm going to take this guava looking shade. Blend this. Take my beauty blender and just go over it so it's not super intense. So now I'm going to be dipping into the Sienna's palette by Profusion. I'm going to be using Dynasty, which is this orangey color, Cryptic, probably either Fearless or Madly, and then I'm going to use Solstice for the lid. So Dynasty is like this pretty orange shade. I really love these shadows. You can pick up this palette from Target or profusions.com. Buff this into the crease as a transition base. Wipe off and dip into Cryptic, which is a little bit deeper. I'm gonna deepen that crease. Now I'm gonna dip into Fearless. And then I will do Madly, which is more red. I'm gonna focus this on the outer corner. Wipe off and blend out edges. This is a quick look, so. And I'm gonna use my finger for Solstice, which is this pretty bronzy, shimmery gold color. The shadows feel so creamy and nice too. And as you can see, there's not a ton of fallout at all. I don't really care about that much. And then I will take Cryptic and blend underneath. I was playing around with this. This is also by Makiage, and it is their Hypnotize Fill and Fix Brow Shaper. It's basically just like a mascara for your brows, but I have learned to outline my brow first because it's too messy if I don't. So I'm just going to outline with the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. Then go with the Makiage Brow Fill-In Shaper. I'm going to wipe off a lot of the excess because I've put too much on the first time I tried it. The way that it looks, because it still looks like brow hair because of the wand. So I'm just going to fill that in like that. And I'm kind of angling it a little bit. Now there are spots that I do have to go in with a brow pencil to fill in because this is just too big of a brush, but I just like to let that dry, and I do like that it's not like firm and hard. It's actually very soft and it just lays down my brow hairs. So while I wait for that to dry, I'm going to go ahead and go in with mascara. Mascara, I'm going to be using Wonderfully Real from Rimmel London. This has keratin in it and I really do like it. I'm just going to add this to the upper lashes because the formulation is pretty thick. For my lower lashes, since that is pretty thick and it does transfer, I'm just going to use the Great Lash by Maybelline. It's clear. I usually use this on my brows as well. So now I'm going to build up my glow. So I'm going to start off by using, actually I'm going to use the Mercier. This is called Seduction in the Face Illuminator. It's like this pretty bronze color. I'm just using this BH Cosmetics brush. I'm just going to dip into it and apply it to all the places where I want to glow. This is like an amazing highlighter, glow powder. It's not metallic, but I like that because I like to build up my glow anyway. And chin. Also want to go right in here. And then I will go, that's from the mascara. Let's just let that sit for a sec. I'll go in with the Profusion's Glow and Sculpt. I'm going to take 3 Wishes and Charisma, and I'm just going to add this to the high points. See that? You can still see it, but oh well. There's nothing I can do. I gotta go and get Hoku. Alright, so I'm going to take the brow pencil again and just fill in any gaps on my brows where the comb can't go through. So I really like Makiage's brow product, and it's also more of a cooler tone black rather than a warm ebony style black because those are too warm for me and I naturally have black hair. So that's what it looks like. I really like it. I am going to take my Marc Jacobs eye pencil. It's not perfect, but I just like the way that it looks for daytime. Then I'll be taking Urban Decay's Comfort Matte in 1993. It's just the lipstick. and I'm done. This is the look I came up with. I hope you enjoy it. If you did, make sure that you thumbs up this video and let me know. Let me know what you would like to see in the comment box, and subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss a video from me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!